No, I feel you, though. We talk about El Nino. This year, though, looking at a very strong one. So when we talk about a super El Nino, it starts out in the eastern Pacific. Water temperatures there need to be running about 3.5 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than normal for several months. That starts with implications as far as a busier hurricane season out in the eastern Pacific. So we start you out with the silver lining. As for our Atlantic basin, well, we typically, under this setup of an El Nino, we see more hostile upper level winds and in general fewer hurricanes forming throughout the hurricane season. But looking beyond that, we do talk about El Nino hanging around for the fall and the winter months, and that actually brings us some implications to our local weather, as the big picture here means the jet stream is farther south when we're talking about an El Nino, especially a very strong one that we are expecting to build in. So what does that mean for us here in Florida? Well, it brings us higher rain chances as we get into the end of the year and even the start of next year. That also comes with a higher chance of severe weather. And we also see, with the higher rainfall potential, a higher chance for severe storms as well as tornadoes. And this is really into the winter months. Also comes with cooler temperatures and more cloud cover. So we'll keep tabs on that developing El Nino out in the Pacific. And the good news is, yeah, it does bring us in general a quieter hurricane season on average, and things so far, the Atlantic basin playing by the rules. Quiet over the next week and really looks like into July. Not really seeing any big indications of anything trying to develop. Excuse me. Otherwise, though, the big picture out in the Atlantic is the Saharan dust, and we continue to watch for these plumes to make their way west. The Caribbean islands have been dealing with that, and you see that one area that continues to drift into portions of the Gulf closer to Florida as we get to Saturday and Sunday. So otherwise, that drier air, that's going to be the big story here in the Atlantic compared to the eastern Pacific, where we're still keeping tabs on some areas to develop several hundred miles off the coast of Mexico. As for water temps, they're heating up. We've already seen some spots around South Florida in the low 90s. So water temperatures are running a little bit above average, as we're right now about 86 to 88 for our Bay Area beaches. In the day ahead, we are going to notice some more cloud cover. That's going to scale back temperatures about a degree or two. So we go from the mid 80s in Tampa at 9 o'clock to near 90 by around lunchtime. And I think we're going to max out right around 92 for high temperatures today. It's already warm for the coast, 83 Tampa and Sarasota. And then we got about 72 Wauchula, Sebring at 76, and then about the mid 70s from Frostproof through Lakeland as well as Brooksville. Already feeling like the low 90s, though, right along the water with those warm, humid winds pulling in all of that moisture. Already feeling like the low to mid 90s for Tampa and St. Pete. As far as rain chances, well, we've got this one area of rain right now just over Crystal River, some locally heavy rain that's going to continue to be possible there. Just some brief downpours around the Nature Coast this morning, but I zoom out on vector scan, and yeah, other than that one area, things pretty much are quiet. But here's how the day ahead is looking. We will note more clouds throughout the day. Those morning showers continue to come in off the Gulf, but mainly for the Nature Coast areas north of Tampa Bay. Then into the afternoon, a possibility for some of those showers closer to Pinellas as well as Hillsborough, maybe around inland Manatee County. But again, into the evening hours, heaviest storms still favoring our inland spots, our East Coast spots. But look what happens past around sunset. A couple of those storms will make their way back closer to the coast. So this will be late tonight, but between about 9 to 11 p.m., some of that heavy rain will be possible, maybe some rumbles of thunder, and then that's going to clear out in the overnight hours. And then as we look ahead to tomorrow morning, look at 8, 9 o'clock. We may see some of those downpours during the early morning hours tomorrow and a little bit farther south, so maybe around Pinellas, Hillsborough, and some of our Manatee Bay Area beaches could see more of those morning showers tomorrow. And then those scattered afternoon and evening showers Thursday. So you look at the rainfall through the end of the day today, a lot of areas just not going to see much in the way of rain, but over the next few days, a little bit more of that moisture, and we get those storm chances back closer to that 40-50% coverage, where really, as you look at over the last 7 days, I mean, look at our coastal areas. We've not even seen a drop of rain compared to inland Polk and Highlands County, where some spots have picked up on over 6 inches of rain. So it's been been a bit of feast or famine the last couple of days as far as the rain that's been able to develop. Parts of the state have been benefiting from it. From our west winds, though, it's our coastline that is definitely in need of some of that rain. Low 90s today for the coast, a couple of upper 80s. Inland spots looking for highs about 93 to 95. So we scale back the heat just a bit thanks to more cloud cover and a few more showers. That heat index, though, still going to likely push around 100 to 103 for many spots. Out on the water, watch for some of those showers. Otherwise, a light chop with seas around 2 feet. West wind 5 to 10 knots. And we talk Gulf waters just shy of 90 degrees here locally. High tide 10:21 this morning, and then a low tide 6:15 tonight. Showers and storms lingering in some spots late tonight. Lows in the 70s to about 80 in St. Pete. Few thunderstorms in the mix for tomorrow afternoon. Upper 80s to mid 90s. Elise?